NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Eagles and the Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game and you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of third. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get to a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Hodgins in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now Jones. On the move to his left. And he's brought down. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Let's go.
Throwing Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. 9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division. Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Steps away. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for it?
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6, and an Eagles first down.
Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
That is caught, and we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go, hey.
A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. And it'll bring up third down. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Jones rolling to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Here's a sneak with Jones. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation. As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
13 yards. First down, Eagles.
On the option to give to Swift here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 27 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And he returns this to the 22. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Off play action. Jones. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. the play fake. Jones. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
3rd and goal, the ball at the 11. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Jones and that Giant offense looks like they're going to stay right there and go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. With the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Again, that's Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 17, Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert. It's tight end over the middle. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here now, 2nd and goal. Hurts. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first, Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. Now leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jones will sneak it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 12. 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing there, but this pass incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 5. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an